All right, we're going to check out this unlock problem. First of all, the median of the basketball player's heights is 8 inches greater than the median of the baseball player's heights, as you can see that. All right, so just to go over this again, your measure of center is your mean, median, and mode. A measure of center is supposed to tell us a typical number in a data set. And typical, it just means usual or representative. So typical is going to be our number that, or our word that we're going to associate with a measure of center. So what we could say here is players on the basketball team are typically taller than players on the baseball team. We know this because the median is higher for basketball. Median is a measure of center, which is supposed to best represent a usual number in the data set. It shows us what's typical. Okay, moving along, we'll get to interquartile range here. The interquartile range of the baseball team is larger than the interquartile range of the basketball team. So the heights on the heights of the baseball players vary more than the heights of the basketball team. So to recap, measure of variability is range, or IQR. And the measure of variability is supposed to show how much a data set varies. How spread out is the data? Is your data clustered together? Do you have a wide variety of values in your data set? Pretty much the larger the range, or IQR, the more varying your data is. So vary or varying is going to be the word associated with measures of variability. So we could say here the heights of the baseball team vary more than those of the basketball team. When determining which data set varies more, simply choose the larger measure of variability. So baseball has a larger number. That means their heights vary more, which makes sense. If you think about baseball, it doesn't matter what size you are. You can be tall, you can be short, it doesn't matter. So it makes sense they'd probably have a lot of tall people, a lot of middle range people, a lot of short people. Their heights are going to vary a lot more. In basketball, it's important, or it helps at least, to be taller. So it would make sense that they'd have less variety of heights on their team. They'd probably stack a lot of taller players. So the players on the basketball team are typically taller than the players on the baseball team. And the heights of the baseball team vary more than those of the basketball team.